Pump Station 7, big hole in the ground.
Okay, thank you. Then I guess we're asking to entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 2010-6962, approving the... No, I've got the wrong one. I apologize. It's 2010-6960 for the number one, change order number one. We have a motion and a second. Could we please vote?
Motion carried unanimously.
Moving on to item 6.2, Mr. Brown.
Mayor, Council, there was a state proposition approved by voters, Prop 1B. We will have available to our city almost $412,000, $411,931. We'd like your go-ahead to apply these funds towards what we're calling Phase 4/5 of the CIP program, which would also be supplemented by the use of RDA money. But for right now, we'd like it to go into the streets outlined in the discussion as far as it would go. And we would like your go-ahead to consider that and authorize the use of the money through the resolution in front of you.
Do I have any questions for staff on this item? Ms. Bragg?
I have a comment. It's not really a question, but and kind of playing off a little bit on what Mr. Haupt had to say. You know, I think that when we take on huge projects like this, I think it would be good if we put something in the newspaper, Mr. Brown, if you could have a, just a press release and updating the community, educating the community. This is how these funds are being spent. This was the revenue stream, just so that people aren't like the mayor, like you had said, what are we doing in our little city? Maybe that could be the headline for the press release. But I really do think that we need to continue educating and highlighting how we're spending our funds.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And we could also put it on our website as well.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Thank you. Mr. King?
Yeah, just a quick question on the RDA funds. Are these leveraged against other money, or are they matching funds to other sources of money?
This bond does not have any leveraging requirements or any matching or in-kind commitment requirement. Okay. It does need to be billed to the state by June 30, 2012. So that was one of the driving factors of recommending to you this particular project rather than something else.
And though that may seem far off, Mr. Levine pointed out, given the time to actually expense it and the state's processing, it really only gives us about maybe 16 months to get it done.
And projects have to be completed.
Yeah.
Thank
you. No more questions. Entertain a motion to adopt Resolution 2010-6959. We have a motion and a second. Could we please vote?
Motion carried unanimously.
Moving on to item 6.3, Mr. Brown.
Mayor, Council, we received an email from the county's HUD people saying that they had, trying to make a long story short, they had problems with the use of this money, of their money, toward the recovery money, toward this project, because in our application we had listed several potential sites, thinking that we would work and proceed to get as much done as we could. Their interpretation of what was submitted was that we would get all those sites done for the amount of money, approximately $63,000. Therefore, they're saying to hold up on everything. You all have approved the contract. Mr. Levine is about to tell the contractor to proceed. I think it's as of the 11th, or what date is it?
Yes, he would like to be doing some work on the 11th.
Because that's, you know, a holiday, and the children are not going to school and so on. So I'd like to get go-ahead from you all to use our redevelopment money to do this work. The resolution as it's written right now also authorizes the withdrawing of CDBG recovery funds as a source of funds. What I'd like to do is slightly amend that to allow me to use the redevelopment monies as a source of funds at the discretion, so that if by chance the HUD people would say they would allow the project to go, I could still use their money. But as of next Wednesday or the 11th, it's very likely that we'll be using the redevelopment monies unless something really changes. But if that miracle were to happen, I'd like to use the CDBG money.
So, and as far as the resolution that's before us, Mr. Brown, are we deleting something in this resolution?
You would delete the phrases that withdraw CDBG recovery funds. Now,
Yes, Mayor. And if you're looking at page 1, the first resolution, which is CDBG-R funds are withdrawn. We're proposing
we
to
delete that one?
Yeah.
And then for number 2, it would read that the appropriation of $15,260 from Division Department Operating and Maintenance Budget is authorized for cost of design and advertisement and construction administration of the project at the discretion of the city manager as an alternative should the CDBG-R funds not be available.
Okay.
and also the amount for the actual construction.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
the amount of.
That's not part of that change that
Yeah.
you just gave me, right?
It's actually number 4. It doesn't, that need not be changed
Okay,
because it's in
so
a separate
what
number.
I'm looking for is a motion to adopt the resolution as amended by the city attorney, deleting item number 1 and adding those words to item number 2 on the resolution. That's resolution 2010-6964.
If I may, I'm
One-
sorry.
Oh, we'll get there. Mr. Levine?
I'm not, I guess I'm confused on the 15,260 because that's not intended to be coming from the CDBG.
Right.
Never was.
Yeah.
Okay, I misspoke. I meant to amend number 4 of the resolution, which is the appropriation. And that would be at the discretion of the city manager in the event that the HUD
So
money.
we are not amending item number 2 at all then,
Yes,
correct?
it'll be item 4.
Thank you.
Okay, I have a maker of the motion and the second. Would you modify your motions for that? Yes? Okay. Ms. Rose?
Can we submit another application or a different application for these funds, or are they just gone forever at this point? The CDBG funds.
I've heard both answers to that, yes and yes, that we can apply again, but I was also told that the time to apply is already expanded, so that
They might use
we
the council.
don't have a definitive answer for you, madam.
All right. So if we were to go back to the county with the specific information that they needed, what kind of time frame are you talking about for them to review that and approve it?
They have proceeded to already put an They wanted a public notification about the decision that was made, and that the other 2 locations, I think, were not chosen. They've proceeded to put that in the papers, but I think the length of their, as I see it, their required advertising period exceeds